Our lives are determined by our values. Values around relationships, values around money, children, and everything you can imagine. For instance, our beliefs and our moral values around siblings. So, if two siblings were to grow up apart in different households and meet each other in public, and for instance, love each other, that would be normal in their minds because they're strangers. They don't know each other. They just love each other because they connect with each other, and that's acceptable to them. But the minute they find out that they are siblings, they become nauseated by the very thought of being with each other because they know, based on their ethical and moral values, that siblings shouldn't be together even though they are strangers, they've never known each other. Just the knowing that they are siblings immediately ruins every magical feeling that they had as two lovers or two strangers who found each other. That is the power of your moral and ethical value on you. What you believe to be the expected norm in society is unbelievably powerful in how it influences you in your life. And no amount of change can meaningfully happen without you changing those ethics, those values, those deep inner core beliefs that define who you are, that create your identity from the inside out. Nobody has to shame you when you do something that is ethically shameful based on what you believe in. You live in that shame yourself. Even before anyone says something in public, you are already silently saying it to yourself, whether you acknowledge that or not. That is the reality of life. And so sometimes we grow up in societies where we are held back by cultural values. We are held back by our religious beliefs, by our ethical and moral values. Everything that you believe defines you, whether you accept that or not. That is a psychological reality, just like the example I just quoted. And if you believe that example, you better believe that your mindset is what creates and determines the outcome of your life. Your beliefs, whether they are religious or social or around anything in your life, those things control you consciously or unconsciously. How you relate with people, whether you relate with people, the kind of jobs you go for, why you see those as suitable for you. Your activities, your behavior, everything that you do has some underlying source within your life. Your attachment values and your early year relationships set that tone for you. The things that you grow up listening to, even without knowing. And sometimes we distance ourselves from those things. You say to yourself that I don't believe in that witchcraft, I don't do this thing, I don't do that thing. And yet they define us. They guide us in our choices. They guide us in our own lives. When somebody makes that statement that may or may not be linked to their own beliefs, those things define us. Our religious beliefs will define us. Whether you believe in juju or voodoo or God or any other thing in your life, that thing rules you. The way you make your decisions, it's going to be looking for that thing or looking to exclude that thing in your life. So, how can we grow and heal and advance and influence other people without even being clear of what those core ethical values are to us? Who are you? What do you believe firmly in? What are you able to do because of all of those beliefs? And what is the major holdback because of all of those beliefs? Those things matter. So, the biggest gateway of change starts with what you believe to be true. And those things are based on what you have experienced, what you have read about, what you have learned about, what you have been told over and over and over again in your life. That's where change starts, by acknowledging that those things are in your life and that they are impactful, positively or negatively, and by doing something about it. If you want a path that is contrary to that one that has been influenced by your upbringing until this moment, then you have to initiate that path by initiating different ethical values, different moral values, by embracing something other than that one that you've embraced until today. You are a product of your own beliefs. Your own mindset is wrapped around those beliefs. So change starts from within you, changing those core values, changing those moral values, and then starting to see things differently because you have planted new seeds, new thoughts, new beliefs, and new ways of seeing life. Then you can start to embrace it. And sometimes that change is a bit uncomfortable at the beginning, but change is surrounded by what you do, what you love, what you believe to be true.